My name is Endevar, and this is Surviving with Create. And last time we got this crazy starter house built, and today the plan is to fill it with a few contraptions so we can actually start putting it to use and making some of the things, and probably a few other things as well that I haven't even thought of. So let's firstly just have a look at the only thing I've done between episodes. So yeah, we do have more stuff coming in because the cobblestone generator, even though it's a really basic one, I'm almost up to 2 double chests of stone and I've got extra cobble in there. So yeah, that's doing very well. So I should probably get that thing turned off for the minute. But anyway, if we just come down here, what I've been doing is I've extended this staircase down here and I've started building this monstrosity down here. So I did start 3 wide, but as you can see, I got bored and then just decided to go 1 wide because I am still using a stone pickaxe. So down here we have a little room with some chests on the side, and what I've got here is a clue. So yeah, this chest here is the big one. I've got a skeleton spawner, so it's just a bit further of a trek down here. So let's just get to the end. You can see this, and because I haven't been to the Nether yet, I haven't got any soul sand, so that means I can't do the whole bubble elevator thing. So it is just a basic, like, they go into a water stream and drop down a little bit, so they're all at full health when I attack them. So it's not the most efficient thing, but that's why I've got 41 levels. So ideally, I would like to get some enchanting done today before, you know, I go and die and lose them all. So the spawner is just up here, basically at this level. Actually, let's have a look. So yeah, the spawner's right there. They just spawn in that water, drop down, and then they'll float into this little chamber here. And you probably won't be able to see it because it's just so dark. But yeah, they're coming there. Swipe away at them. I don't even have a collection system for all the drops, so I will redo this eventually, get it done properly. But I just wanted to make sure I had a few levels because I want to get some enchanting done, because I really would like a fortune pickaxe, because I did do a little bit of mining and I found some diamonds, but I haven't mined them yet because I was ideally waiting till I got fortune. But I really need to craft a diamond pickaxe first, because I need to get some obsidian. But I've been thinking about it, and I think there should be a way of getting obsidian without having to mine it. Yeah, it's the washing. If we put magma blocks, we can wash it. Obvious place to get this is in the Nether, but you'd have to get obsidian first for that. But luckily, magma blocks are available in the overworld. We can get them from ruined portals, but they also appear underground, don't they? In like the ocean, in like ocean ravines, they have like magma blocks at the bottom. So yeah, anyway, if we can do it that way, that'd be good. But I am going to have to mine 2 diamonds anyway for the enchanting table. In this bit, I started setting this up last time, but obviously it's not in use. So this is going to be for the encased fans. So where that cobblestone is, we're going to have 4 encased fans over here, and we're going to use one of them for smelting, one of them for washing, one of them for smoking, and then finally the last one for haunting. Actually, that means going to the Nether first as well, doesn't it? So maybe we just do the smelting and the washing first. So what I want to do, I've got my mechanical press on me, so I think I just need to do a few of the iron plates, don't I? So I can craft up the rest of the encased fans, and then I'm basically just going to rip all of this down because I don't want to use it anymore. So I'm going to disconnect this because that goes to the drill that's creating the cobblestone. So we'll get rid of that. Actually, let's get rid of all this. All of you, and I'll take that as well. And do I have a bucket? Yeah, so we can grab that lava as well. And might as well get that. And that. There we go. So we can move that over to the house, so we can get a cobblestone generator going in there eventually, but we don't need it at the minute. So let's just put some blocks down. So we'll just put those there. And if I put my mechanical press back up, hopefully this will still work. Now it's geared up. So you... No, that's overstressed. That's not good, is it? Right, okay, let's... Actually, why is that overstressed? I'm only using... If I get rid of that, yeah. So it's probably at its absolute limit there. So that's using 512, and that's using 512 as well. So let's get a few of the iron sheets, because I need these for the propellers, don't I? Yeah, so I need 4 for each one. I've got 1. And I've already got 1 encased fan. So that just means I need to craft 3 of them, so I need to do 9 of these, don't I? Hopefully I've worked that all right. So let's stick you down there, and that should be a little bit quicker than we've seen it before. Yeah, that's not right. What was I thinking? No, I need another 2. Okay, so we have solved those now. So I'm going to leave that there for the minute, just in case I need to do something else. But that will all be getting ripped out very soon. So do I have any andesite alloy? It doesn't look like it, does it? I'd definitely like to get this going as well. So let's just grab a couple of those. And then I can craft these into 3 propellers. And I've got enough andesite casing. Yes, I can do that. So let's just do 3 encased fans. Grab that. And I don't need to go steal the other ones all day, but let's just put these up here. Right, so I've got a hole at the back of there, and that is where the power is going to come in. So let's go like that. In fact, I need to take all these out, don't I? Because what we're going to do is have chain drives along the back of here, and then the water wheel is going to go in the back of one of those. So let's put one of these down. So what I was thinking of doing is having lava then the campfire, then the water, and then finally the soul campfire at the end. So let's just put this one down here. Actually, yeah, see, we do need some more iron sheets because we need to do the shoots as well. But then that is pretty much it, isn't it? So yeah, let's go grab the stuff. Firstly, sleep. Right, so let's get a few more of those going. And one thing I noticed when I was editing the last video was for some reason, I used gearboxes for these, but encased chain drives would definitely have been better and the cheaper to craft as well. So we'll have a look at that when we do the next bit. So I do have 2 of them here. Yes, I just need to do another 2 of those, I think. So yeah, I think I should have everything I need to get going. So we'll grab that now. Right, let's just go get rid of some stuff and I can come back and get the large water wheel. Right, so let's craft 2 sets of chutes. I might as well get all of these in. So these go down here, these ones up here. And once we get this powered, that should now work. So we can just put everything into there that we need to wash. And then I've got my lava as well. Nice, so we can put that there. So you can go there. Right, so I need to put a campfire there as well. I start that flowing. So let's get a campfire. And then put that down here. There we go. So that'll be the smoker. And then we just need the soul campfire in that one there. And we have our last encased fan. We can put that one in. So now we just need to craft up some more encased chain drives. So let's just get some more iron nuggets. So I think we only need 4. Right, so I think we should be good to go now. So I'm going to need to get rid of all these glowberries, but I have got some so I can replant them. Right, so we have the back of the encased fans here. So if we just put these on the back like this, what happens with these is if you put power into one of these, they will transmit that power all the way along. And the great thing about them is as well is that you can have them facing up. So if you have a load of them going along, then have one at the end or in the middle, wherever you want, facing down, you can transfer the power up like that as well. So the way, like gearboxes, but like a multi-block version of it. So now we just need to put a water wheel on the back of there, and we should be good to go with the encased fans. So let's go grab our existing one, and then all the gears, we can use that for our other setup. So let's grab that. Am I still full? Right, let's yeah, let's do that. Right, this should be interesting. Hopefully it'll look all right in here. Is that all right like that? Yeah, it's not bad, is it? So what we need to do is put water in there and then blocks along here so it doesn't go anywhere. So it's going to go like that. And that is going to do its thing. So I'm just going to break in here so we can see what's going on. So that is going the right way. I just need to get the soul campfire in and then this setup is complete. So let's have a test of the washing. So we've got, where is it? Got some gravel here. So let's just put some stuff away because I'm very full here. All right, so let's grab this gravel. And then if we put this into the washing one, this one here, that will throw everything out onto that pressure plate. And in not too long a time, those will get converted into flint and into iron nuggets. So that is basically our first farmed iron. Once that comes into here, yeah, there we go. You don't get loads of iron, but if you are generating gravel, which we can do, because we have a cobblestone generator and you can see how much that generates, we can actually convert that into gravel. Now, the best way of doing it is with the crushing wheels, but these are quite difficult to craft and they also use a ton of stress units as well. So the poor man's way of doing it is a millstone. So these are very easy to craft and you can just basically have a cobblestone generator on top of this and it'll just, if you put cobblestone in, it'll turn it into gravel and then you can put that directly into here. Now, we're not going to do it like that because this is more of a manual setup. So anything I want to do just manually, I'm going to do here. Whereas when I do my actual iron farm, even if it's a really cheap setup like that, I'm going to do it somewhere else. So it's just running all the time and it doesn't interfere with me doing things manually. So anyway, now we've got that, what I also want to do is set up all of my other machines. Not that I've got many crafted yet. All I've got is my mechanical press. So I'll probably do another one of these. But before we do that, I actually want to get a mixer because this is going to make crafting the andesite alloy much, much cheaper. It'll actually make it half the price. So, mechanical mixer. For this, we need a cogwheel, an andesite casing, and a whisk. So a whisk is quite expensive because that's 5 iron sheets and 2 andesite alloy. So do I have any sheets left? I do. So let's grab those. 1 andesite alloy left. So let's grab that. And hopefully that'll be the last lot I have to craft. And I can do it the cheap way after this. So I've got my 5 iron sheets. So can I do a whisk now? Yeah, there we go. Let's have that. And I am going to need to do 2 of these, but we're just going to do 1 for now. We're also going to need a basin, which is 5 andesite alloy. And then if I just grab an andesite casing, and it was a small cog, wasn't it? So let's grab the shafts. Actually, I've got some cogs there, so let's take those and create our mechanical mixer. Nice. So mechanical mixer in the basin. We have our mechanical press. So as far as the manual stuff goes, I think that is pretty much all I want. I'm not going to use the water wheel that's running these. I'm going to set up something else to do that. So whether it's water wheels, I don't know yet. So let's just figure out where we want these things. So firstly, with the mechanical mixer, these have a cog on the side. So they are a little bit annoying to set up. So what I'm going to do is do it one out from the wall, and then we can put all the gearboxes and stuff behind it. So we'll put that there, and then this one on top. So as you can see there, that has a cog in it. So it's probably going to be something like this, have a cog at the back, and then we can have the power going up the back. And then next to that, we can put the mechanical press. So we'll put that there like that, and then we can have, actually, let's not do that. Let's turn it around. Yeah, so if I have that coming in from the side, and then we can have another one on here, and that's not going to interfere with that. So yeah, we'll do that. But anyway, we'll just put some shafts in there for now, and then we'll do the same with this. I think we're going to go below, because I do have this big room below, and I said last time I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but I think if I just have like a big like water wheel set up down here, then I can just run the shafts upstairs, kind of like. That's how I normally like to do my starter power. I would like some more decorative things as well, so we'll have some stuff outside. So I was thinking, actually it's sunset, but if we just have a look out here, we have this big tower, and I thought that'd be good to have like a windmill poking out of there. It would need to come out quite far to clear this, and then we could do like the turbine type windmills kicking around as well. But I think the water wheels are just definitely the easiest way to go at these. So I think I'm going to craft up a few of those. I'll get those set up downstairs, and then we can have a look at running the shafts up and see how all that works. Okay, so I've done a little bit of work there, and I thought I was being real smart here. So what I've done this 5 wide little trench, and I'm going to put the water wheels in here. So what I did was send this shaft up to the top, and that's directly behind where the machines are going. And I thought if I just put these on here, that'd go straight up, all done. But I need to gear it up as well, don't I? So that's not really very clever, because it'd be running at a really slow speed, no matter how many of them I have. So that shaft comes up here. So my plan is, and I'm still going to do this, but I need to gear it up first. That's all right. So I can go like this, and then if we put the final one here, once this drives this, that can go along there, do that, and then I can just bring this up here somehow and get this going. But I also need to craft a depot to go under there, and I also want to have a way of getting water into here as well. So let's just get these water wheels down, because I've crafted 18 of them. Now I can't fit that many down here, but I do have more space to go outside if I need to, because this wall here is only like the outside of the house, not the outside of like the big platforms outside. So I can bring it this way if I need to, but let's just do a few for now. So if we go like that, so if we do 8, can I gear it up fully from there? I think I can, but let's just give that a go. So let's just get our cogs again, and then we just need to go diagonally and making sure that the large ones are encased. So I'll stick you on there, big one, and that. Encase these. Oh, how far are we there? Of course, it doesn't necessarily need to be crazy speed, but I like to get as fast as I can. So what's that? That's only 64. So do I have the space there to do it? Now, I didn't work this out, but this is exactly right, I think. So if we put you there, and then we're going to go big one and a little one, and that's going pretty fast, isn't it? So let's get up there. I think that's 256, which is looking good to me. So let's put that speedometer on there, just make sure. Yeah, 256. So that is as fast as it'll go, which is good. So now I can actually use the mixer to make the andesite alloy. But this is literally all of the andesite I've got left. But let's just prove this works. So before I was using 2 of each to make one of them, but now if I put 1 andesite and 1 iron nugget in there, that is going to do its thing, and that has made 1 andesite alloy just from 1 each. So that has doubled how much I can get from it. So that's great. So you know what, I'm just going to put the rest of these that I've got into here. So let's do that. I'll get a few of those going. Right, so now we just need to figure out how we're going to turn this shaft. So I am going to put another one on here, so I would like it to go from this end. So if we get rid of that, I think it's just going to be a few gearboxes, isn't it? Or should I do a chain drive? Yeah, actually, let's do the fancy version of the chain drive. So if I grab that, I think what I can do, if I'm right, is if I go like that, and then do one facing down like that, and then I just put a shaft in between. Yeah, so that'll come up all that one, and then this is turning it to go that way. So that is now should be good. So, and they're both running at full speed, that's 2048 stress units, and that is 1024. So with our speedometer, what we can also do with this is if we craft it, it'll turn it into a stressometer, and we can just craft it back as well, but this is actually more handy than the speed. So if we put that on there, we can see how much of the capacity we're using. So we're generating 4096. Let's craft up a depot, and then we can give that a go as well, can't we? So that's andesite casing and an andesite alloy. Put that down here, and then if I just put, I've got any iron on me? No. Let's do it with the copper, because that's the thing I want to get going next. So let's grab some copper, and if we put those down there, we'll see how fast these go now. Okay, so we now have some copper sheets. And what I want to do with these is feed it into the basin. And we're doing that because we want to make the cardboard that we're going to need to craft the books. So if we just get some more copper, we can turn these into fluid pipes. So just, yeah, let's get the 3 of those. And then we can turn those into a mechanical pump. So I just want one pump and the fluid pipes. And with a water source, we can pump that into here. So let's just stick that there. And if we go down below, we should be able to somehow get water up there. So let's just grab a bucket, and I'll steal some water out of this lot. Oh, really? Let's try it. Where's that pipe? Oh, don't tell me. Oh no, is it there? Right, that's slightly awkward. Definitely not ideal, but actually this is double layer, isn't it? So let's dig this out a bit. Alright, so you can come down this way. I have this coming down, and I somehow need to put a cog on the side of this and get it over there. So that could be interesting, couldn't it? So if I do it at the same level as this, that might work. So the arrow on this tells you which way it's going to pump it as well. So that's what we want to do. We want it to go that way. And then if I just put another pipe there, I don't think it should interfere with the running of this. So I just need to make sure that that's going to turn. Now it doesn't need to be mega fast, does it? So if it's easier to come off one of these, I could do that, but I don't think it's actually going to be. So let's go with you. Actually, I don't think that level is actually the easiest, is it? Let's get these back. Cog there. I'm thinking if I put a vertical gearbox there, and I just have 2 cogs coming across like this. Yes, there we go. Right, so let's just see if that water is going into there. And it is. We have water in there. That's brilliant. So perfectly stressed means I'm using exactly the amount of stress units I'm using. So with just those 3 things running, I'm using all of the stress units from those water wheels running it at this speed. So I could probably slow down the pump because I don't need it to run at that speed. But let's just use it for what I wanted to use it for. And I also want to test something as well, because I'm not 100%. So if we grab... Actually, I've already got some iron on me, so let's just do that. What I'm not sure about is if I can still use this for these things. So yeah, I can. So even with water in there, it doesn't interfere with the recipe. That's fine. So let's have that. And what I actually want to use this for, if we grab some sugarcane, which I've got an absolute ton of now, we throw that in there, that is going to turn this into pulp. And it does use the water, but because we've got that pump going, it is going to replace it straight away. So if we take the pulp, we can put that onto there, and that is going to turn that into cardboard sheets. So I want to keep doing this. So I suppose I could set this up so it did it automatically, but we're alright. So there we go. We have our cardboard sheets. And we can use this to create a block of cardboard, and we use these for the packages when we get into the logistics stuff. But what I'm going to use it for initially is to craft books. So that's definitely much easier than getting a cow farm going, isn't it? Like that, just keep this going. Right, so while that's doing that, I think what I'm going to do is set up the rest of these water wheels, because, yeah, we're using everything at the minute, so that means I can't add anything else in. Right, so I've extended this down here now, and I've got all 18 of these water wheels in, and I've also moved this pump, so it's on one of the slowest cogs at this side, and that is running really slowly now, but it's still pretty much keeping up with the pulp when I need to do it. So back up here, if we have a look at the stressometer, we're doing a lot better. So we have 6,080 stress units free of the 9,216 we are now generating. So I've just realised something as well, which is a little bit annoying. What I wanted to do was do a tree farm, which I still am going to do, but I am a little bit further away from doing it than I thought I was. So what we really need is the mechanical saws. That's nice and easy because we've already got those. We also need to do a mechanical bearing, and this is what allows it to rotate around. But I also need to do a deployer as well, or 3 of them actually. And to do this, we are going to need to go to the Nether for a couple of things. One is for quartz, to craft the rose quartz, which is nice and simple, that's no problem. But we also need a brass hand, and for this we need brass sheets, which we get from crushing brass ingots. And brass ingots we get by mixing copper and zinc in a mixer. which is fine. But to use this, it needs to be heated, and the only way of doing that is with a blaze burner. Now, a blaze burner I can craft because it is just iron sheets and netherrack, which I already have, even without going to the nether. But to turn this from an empty blaze burner into a blaze burner, I need to basically right-click this on a blaze or on a blaze spawner. Yeah, so basically I need to go find another fortress die. So I think before we get into that, we need to do the enchanting, don't we? So I would like to get a diamond pickaxe and some decent gear as well. I have some bows now that I could combine, but I think I'd like to get some diamond armor as well and get all that enchanted. But I think first is if I can get a fortune pick, I'd be really happy with that. So let's get an iron pickaxe and we'll go look at the diamonds that I've found. I think let's just craft these two together and then that should be enough. Yeah, that'll do it. Right, so we'll go to the diamonds and we're going to need to get 5 out of it. 3 for the pickaxe and then 2 for the enchanting table. So let's see if I can remember where I found them. Yeah, so I don't think I mentioned this, but my original mineshaft, I've now extended this down to bedrock. And obviously that's where I found the diamonds. So let's just get down here and have a look. I didn't do that many, so it should be pretty... Yeah, there we go. So I think there's 2 in here. Oh, no, there's 2. There's exactly 5 there. And then there's another vein of 8, or actually more, I think, maybe on the other side. So let's just get these 5. Right, there we go. That's everything I need. But let's just check on the other ones. I think it was down this one. Yeah, there we go. So there's 8 there, which I definitely want fortune. So let's see if we can get that sorted. Right, so firstly, let's craft up some paper. And then I don't need a stack of books, do I? Was it 46 I need? Actually, let's do a couple more because I can try some enchants on there if I don't like what's on my pickaxe. So let's grab those. And then I'm going to need some sticks. And I can turn that into my first diamond pickaxe. And then I also need to do an enchanting table. So for that, I need obsidian. So normally I would go mine the obsidian now. But I already have 2 that I got from a chest in a ruin portal. But also from that, I got some magma blocks, which quite handy for me is if I wash these will turn into obsidian. There we go. Right, so I'll take that. And now I should be able to craft an enchanting table. And just need a lot of wood. And let's get our 15, one shot. Let's get our 15 bookshelves. And there we go, that's our enchanting setup done. So we just need some lapis. Let's take all that. And do I have a chest? Yeah, so let's take this. And I'm going to put this at the top of the house like I said I was going to. Well, not right at the top, but the last of the big floors anyway. So not that one. And this one here. So yeah, this is where I think I'm going to put my enchanting. I think this will look pretty good. I need to obviously decorate it a little bit more. But let's get a crafting table as well. So just in case. And then should we go right up against the back? So that's the middle. Something like that. And then let's just put it at the back like that as well. And torch for now. Enchanting table in the middle. And then I'll put... Don't have an axe, but anyway. I'll put you there. And I'll just have the one chest in the middle there. I can put that lapis in there. Right. Let's give this a go. Please, fortune. Efficiency 3. That's rubbish, isn't it? Silk touch. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to have to re-roll that eye. I can't be having silk touch. Although, shall I try this iron pickaxe? See what I get on that. Oh, that is fortune 3 on there as well. Right, let's get a brand new iron pickaxe and I'll grab that fortune 3 and then we can just use that for fortune and stuff, obviously. Right, so let's have you. You'll go in there with you. Fortune 3, and it's just fortune 3, but that's alright. I can live with that. Just out of interest, what do I get? Unbreaking 3? Right, unbreaking 3. I don't think it's worth combining these to get another one, isn't it? Or is it? Maybe. Tell you what. Let's get it, see what happens. Oh, efficiency. That's actually really, if I combine those two, that's a really good pickaxe, isn't it? So I'll probably use way too many levels combining those. But let's do it anyway. I don't mind. And then that way I don't have to take a diamond pickaxe and another way. That's good. So I suppose, oh, that's a big investment in iron, isn't it? What's that? 31. So let's take those. Craft up 3 iron blocks. And then an anvil. Should probably put this back upstairs, but let's just do it here for now. So fortune 3. Right, that's going to use 10 levels or 14. So let's go with 10. That's pretty good. I wish I got that on my diamond one, but never mind. So let's take that. I'm gonna put the diamond one away because I don't need that at the minute. Right, let's go get these diamonds. Right, so 8 there. Fortune 3. Let's see what we get. 15, not bad, almost double. That's not great. It's not a full set of armor, but I can live with that. Right, so I think I really need to go to the Nether, don't I? I suppose I got a damn pickaxe now, so I could go and mine some obsidian, but I was thinking maybe if I can try and find some magma blocks, it'd make that process a lot easier. So let's figure out what we're going to do. Right, so to get the obsidian, I decided to go for the magma cubes. So I swam out into the ocean, and very quickly I found a ravine that had some magma blocks at the bottom. So I swam down and managed to mine up 12 of those. So I put those into the washer and turned those into 12 obsidian. And I have got that set up, and I've also just been and got a few levels at the skeleton spawner, but as it was completely dark, I didn't bother recording any of that. So what I want to do now, just before I go to the Nether, is try and get a decent sword. So let's craft up a diamond sword. And stick this in here and see what we get. Sharpness 3. That is rubbish. Should we try a book? Potato recovery. Right, tell you what. We could do a bow. I've tried getting a bow as well. Because I've got these from the skeleton spawner. Power 2 and Unbreaking 2. So I can combine those. And that one's flame. It would be nice to get infinity as well though. Let's go flame. Alright, that's not great. But I do have another chance at getting something on the sword. So Unbreaking 3. Should we go for that? Smite 4. Unbreak. Right, in the Nether that's not too bad, is it? So can I get anything on this book? No. Right, tell you what, I'm going to try with an anvil combining these, and then I think we should be good to go. So I've got a couple of stacks of arrows, so I don't need infinity just yet. So all I really need to do is get a little bit of quartz, one piece of soul sand, and then try and find a fortress so I can get those blaze burners activated. Hold on, I actually need to craft those first as well, do I? So let's go do that first. And the problem is, I know I don't have much iron left, so actually we've got a few there, so let's get 12 of those. That means we can do 3, and we're going to put the netherrack here. So we'll have 3 of those, and we can craft 3 empty blaze burners. And then let's do these bows. Hopefully it won't be too expensive. That's going to be the same either way, isn't it? So power 3, unbreaking 3, and then if we add flame onto there, that's not too bad. Right, so lastly, I just want some gold armor. Hopefully I've got new, is that it? Alright, let's just do some gold boots then. I should probably put my iron helmet back on just in case. Take these off, those on. And then I'm going to put, I don't need silk touch or anything, so I'll put that back in there. Right, flint and steel. And I've already set up the portal just down here. I just need to light it. So they've got it just down at the bottom of the staircase. I should probably take some blocks as well, shouldn't I? That's normally a smart idea when you go to the Nether. So let's just grab the cobblestone that I've got. I usually like to have a crafting bench wherever I go as well, so let's do that. Oh, Crimson Forest. Good job I put the gold armor on. Right, so straight away. Flowing lava, brilliant. This is why we'll bring blocks. Okay, so straight away you can see the quartz, so let's grab a bit of that, and with fortune should get a decent amount. That'll do. Don't need loads for now, and I'm not guaranteed to get back from this fortress, so let's just see if we can find anything. Actually, you know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to set a marker so I can find this as well. So set a new waypoint, and let's call this portal, and might as well set that. Actually, green's alright, isn't it? That's high contrast. Right, so now if I go a little bit away, I can see where that is. Okay, let's oh no, is that right? This looks like a big gap. Can I see a fortress anywhere? No. Right, I'll do a bit of exploring. I'll come back if I see anything interesting. Right, so that wasn't the most glamorous first death. I was digging a hole through a soul sand valley, and a ghast got me, and yeah, basically fire and bad times. Luckily though, we do have the gravestone mod, so that means my gear will all be there. So I made the wise decision of running straight back into the Nether without any gear, and trying to find my cobblestone bridge. I ran into a piglin, and yeah, it basically chased me for a bit, and I ran away and didn't even have any blocks to stop him getting me. But luckily, it got bored, and I got back to my stuff, and just breaking this, I get everything back, and everything goes into the same spot where it was on my inventory. So after carefully placing a few blocks so I could get down to the fortress, I didn't want to run around to the blaze spawner because I saw with the skeleton down there, so I just bridged across, which may or may not have been a great idea. And yeah, they were a little bit angry with me, so I did manage to click the first blaze burner on it, but as my inventory was full, that just fell out and it got destroyed. So after clearing out my inventory, I did this again, but yeah, I came very close to dying a few times. So I ended up with 2 of them and got myself away, and I just boxed myself in over here, but they're still a little bit angry. So yep, I need to somehow get up there without them. Yeah, let's go. Right, I think we're out. Yeah, we're good. Right, let's get back home and put these blaze burners to use. Right, so I've made it back home with my 2 blaze burners, but I'm only actually going to use one of them. So I've got another basin here, and I've just done this little stair so we can see into this thing, and that's our blaze burner below there. So what we can do now is put another mechanical mixer up here, And then we can put things into here that require heat. So that is copper and zinc to make us brass. So if we just grab a little bit, don't have a lot of zinc, so let's just grab that. And let's do the same amount. And this is just 1 to 1. So if we put the zinc and the copper into there, that is not going to do anything because it needs heat. So we need to give the blaze burner fuel. And the easiest way to do that is lava. So that is now making the brass ingots. And this is the material you need to make some of the more advanced things in Create. So that's nearly there. So putting 21 of each of those ingots in, we get 42 of those. And next time when we start on the tree farm, we can also craft the deployers that we need to get that working fully automatic. So I'm not going to do anything with that today. We're going to put that away. And it's the same with the quartz as well. I was going to do the rose quartz, but we'll do all of the crafting for the tree farm next time. So all I really want to do now is finish off all the stuff in here. So the last thing we need up there is the soul campfire, isn't it? So we've got everything we need for that now that we've got the soul sand. And the reason I said I only need 1 soul sand, actually I can't jump there, is because now I have this, I can convert sand into soul sand. So if I look at the recipe, yeah, we can put any sand in front of here and that'll convert that into soul sand. So I think it would also be good to do a millstone as well, wouldn't it? So that is just any stone, andesite casing and a cogwheel. So we should have everything we need for that. Cogwheel, and do I not have any? Oh, I've got some casings there. Let's just get some granite. That'll do. And then we can make our millstone. So these are a very handy thing, and early on, the cheap alternative to the crushing wheel. So the main thing I want to use this for at the moment is to convert wheat into wheat flour. And with this, we can make that into dough. And there's 2 things we can do with this. We can either turn it into bread, so it's a cheaper way of getting bread, so you don't have to use 3, you can just use 1. But we also want to use it to craft the slime balls, because slime balls are going to be essential for this thing, the super glue, which is what we're going to need for some of the more advanced machines. So let's work on these 2 things, because we can also get lime dye from milling as well. So we can put flowers into it, but the thing that we're going to use is the pink petals, because we have an absolute ton of them wherever I put them. Yeah, so we've got 27 stacks in there, so let's get those put to use. So I think, should we put this up here? Because the one thing about millstone, it looks like it has a cog on the side, so you can put it on there like that. But there is also this secret shaft underneath that not a lot of people know about, so you can actually run a shaft into it rather than a cog. So I don't know what the best way to do this is actually, because it would be handy to be able to put things into a chest that go into there, like we've done over here, and then they'll go into a chest below. So I think that's what we're going to do. So I'll tell you what, let's get some chutes, and we have 1 chest there, but we're going to need some more than that. So let's just do a few more chests. Get up here. You go on there, and then chest on top of that, and then we can go a chute there, and then a chest just like that. So now if I put, what was it I needed? Let's do the pink petals first. Get a few of these, stick those in there. That is going to go into there. I'm going to get the pink dye at the bottom, but there is also a chance of getting the lime dye, so it's a 10% chance. So I thought I've got some by now. It's not looking good, is it? Because I don't need loads, I just need enough to craft slime. But anyway, let's get some wheat as well, because that's the other thing that we want to put through there. Oh, do I not have any wheat? That's not good, is it? Oh yes, right. So we've got 35 lime dye. I've hung over many stacks points there, but I think that's more than going to do it. So let's put the wheat into there as well. And that gives us our wheat flour. And with this, we can either craft it with a water bucket, or we can put it into a mixer with water, which we already have, because we've got that set up today as well. So let's just throw that into there. Yeah, I may need to speed up this bump again. While we're waiting for that, let's just take the dough out. Throw you back in there. You can slowly do your thing. And then with the lime dye, we can now craft slime balls. So that is going to be very helpful. So I think we are pretty much there now with everything I want in here. So I am going to get another mechanical press set up, because having a couple of these is definitely going to be very useful. I'm obviously going to use these in an automated setup as well. So you know what though, I think iron is something that I want to get done as well. So I'm not going to use this setup here. This is like my manual washing thing. But I'm going to get another washer set up, and I think I want to move across all of my lava generation to below here as well. I'm just going to do a little bit of that off camera. I'm going to move all the bits that I've got over there. We'll get a makeshift iron farm set up and do a little bit of decoration in here as well, because this is looking a little bit janky now, isn't it? So we're going to use the andesite casings, probably do these in the floor, because I do like these in these kinds of setup, and we can put them on the side as well. But we can also encase a lot of this stuff. So like the shafts at the back, we can put these on here, and that won't actually use up the andesite casing. but if we place them above like that, it does use it up. So I'm going to do a little bit of decoration with those, and then we can get those other few bits moved across, and hopefully we should be there. Right, so quite a long time later, and things have changed quite a lot. So it's nothing too fancy, and I've gone quite heavy with the andesite casing. I did have this in the floor originally, but I just didn't like the look of it with having it in the walls as well. So I swapped it out and put that on the ceiling with a bit of a trim around the edge. And I've gone for two different floor designs here. So I've got like two L shapes in here rather than just splitting the room in half. So the first one I did was the diorite, and I quite like the look of this, but having it everywhere, it was a bit too much. So I've put the tough bricks in this side, and I think just having these two separate areas, it does actually look quite good, because it was just like a big stone brick box before, wasn't it? So I think this has worked quite well. So we've got this bit in here, and this was up against the wall originally, so I have moved it this way. But I did it a bit of a lazy way originally, and I did have these one further this way, and I thought, why not just put the lava on the other end, and that'll work out fine, won't it? Well, it did, it worked, but unfortunately that was one block away from this staircase, and I had a little bit of a fire issue, and this whole staircase bent down right up to the top of this tower. So all of these slabs on here, this oak pillar in the middle, all got bent down, so I had to go up, and there was some of these floor went as well, so I had to come all the way up here. Apart from the trapdoors, I didn't realise what trapdoors don't actually bend, but yeah, everything right up to the top of here, all bent down, all of these floors, and a lot of these walls out here as well, and this thing out here, that all bent down. So I've had to go through and replace all that, but let's not focus on that so much, because that was a little bit silly. So aside from the decoration, there's not too much different in here. This is exactly as it was. I did get the second mechanical press in, and this was a bit tricky, but I'll explain that in a minute. And then we already had this, and I also have the lava, and this has a pipe underneath it, and we are getting lava into this automatically. So I'll have a look at that in a second, but the main reason for this is just so I can grab a bucket of lava when I want, and then just put that into the blaze burner. So I've moved my storage around a little bit as well. I do have a little bit more, but the storage is going to go fairly soon. I'm going to get that into a vault. We're going to use the packages and the frog pots and all that cool stuff, so the chest will be going, but just for now I just wanted to have enough space for all the stuff I'm accumulating. So if we come down here, things have changed a little bit. So we had this staircase going down there, but I've done a little bit more over at this side. So we did already have this is our main power that's going up into the top, and the first thing I did was move across all my lava generation. So it's still exactly the same. We just have dripstone below blocks with lava sources on top, and I haven't even filled in all of the cauldrons yet, because yeah, I was struggling for iron, but as you can see, these are filled up. And what we have at the bottom is a fluid pipe, and then we just have a pump here, and this is pulling that lava once it generates into this fluid tank, and this can hold 32 buckets, and as you can see, that is already full. I'm using a stone pick, by the way, because my diamond one is running out pretty quickly, so I'll just switch back to this. But anyway, down here we just have a single water wheel in the ground, if we can see it. No, we can't actually see it, but there's a water wheel below there with a large cog on top, and then a small one there just to gear it up a little bit, and that is enough power to drive that pump. And as well as that pump, that power goes up these encased chain drives along to here, and then we're using that on another pump over here that extracts the lava from here, and then that goes up into my workshop and into that cauldron where the lava is. So we just have a constant supply of lava into there. And then I've also redirected it into this pump as well, so I'm not using this one. And the reason I'm doing that is because I was maxing this out with everything that I've got in my workshop, plus the iron farm that I've set up over there. So just using that separately. Now the water could probably do with going a little bit faster, but with just this one small water wheel and running 3 pumps, I'm using quite a lot of the power anyways. So I'm going to leave that as it is for now, and we will definitely beef up the lava eventually, but for now that's doing the trick. And then over here we've got a bit of an iron farm going, and you can see it has its own separate water wheels, and that's because I did have this running along here just to drive all of this, and I was completely maxed out and I couldn't install the second mechanical press upstairs. So that's why I've done this separate. I've got this geared up all the way along here, and then we've just got a few shafts and gearboxes redirecting this around here, and that is driving 2 drills that are above there. The cobblestone comes down into the millstones, and then we have just the encased chain drives on top of the drills bringing this power down, and then we have a cock on the side there driving these. So this just fills up both of these chests with gravel, and I am going to do this so we can wash the gravel down here, but I haven't done that yet because I have done a little bit too much off camera, so I do feel a little bit bad about that, but I didn't want to do the washing as well. So what I've been doing is basically just grabbing inventories full of gravel, bringing it up here and putting this into the encased fan that is in front of the water so that can get washed. And if we have a look in the chest below, yeah, we're doing alright for there. We do get a ton more flint, so I've just been taking this out and throwing it away. We can use it for some stuff. We can use it to create granite and andesite, but you need lava and more gravel for that, so I don't think it's a great way of using it. I don't think it's anything I need flint for, really, apart from trading with villagers. So I may save a bit of a stockpile. Once we get into the villages, I think trading with the Fletchers, with the flint, that's going to be quite profitable, isn't it? Since we just generate so much of it. But anyway, we've got the iron, and I've been using that to obviously craft all these andesite casings, but the problem is now I've got tons of iron, but I haven't got any andesite. So I think I'm going to have to do an andesite farm fairly soon as well, aren't I? So many things on my list now. But what I want to get done next time is a tree farm, because being able to auto-process all of the wood into the cogs and a few other things that we're going to need is going to be essential, and just not having to worry about chopping down wood. Even though we can do it with a mechanical saw and the hand crank, it'd just be nice to just get thousands and thousands of logs and have them all auto-processed, and I don't have to worry about it. So anyway, now we've got this place sorted, I think this is going to be very useful, and we can do a lot of crafting and processing of items in here. And I believe now I've got everything I need to get on with doing the tree farms next time. So we did have that trip to the Nether, which, apart from the death, was hugely successful. So we can get on with using all those items next time, and hopefully get a lot further on with some new farms. But all this stuff we've done today is definitely essential. So I'm very happy we've got this done. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.